court before Tell's house. Tell with an axe. Hedwig engaged in her domestic duties. Walter and Wilhelm in the background playing with a little crossbow. Walter sings. With his crossbow and his quiver the huntsman speeds his way, over mountain, dale, and river at the dawning of the day. As the eagle, on wild pinion, is the king in realms of air, so the hunter claims dominion over crag and forest lair. Far as ever bow can carry through the trackless, airy space, all he sees he makes his quarry, soaring bird and beast of chase. Wilhelm runs forward. My string has snapped. Wilt mend it for me, father? Tell. Not I, a true-born archer helps himself. Boys retire. Hedwig. The boys begin to use the bow betimes. Tell. 'Tis early practice only makes the master. Hedwig. Ah! Would to heaven they never learnt the art. Tell. But they shall learn it, wife, in all its points. Who would carve an independent way through life must learn to ward or plant a blow. Hedwig. Alas, alas! And they will never rest contentedly at home. Tell. No more can I. I was not framed by nature for a shepherd. Restless I must pursue a changing course, I only feel the flush and joy of life in starting some fresh quarry every day. Hedwig. Heedless the while of all your wife's alarms as she sits watching through long hours at home. For my soul sinks with terror at the tales the servants tell about your wild adventures. Whene'er we part my trembling heart forebodes that you will ne'er come back to me again. I see you on the frozen mountain steeps, missing, perchance, your leap from cliff to cliff. I see the chamois, with a wild rebound, drag you down with him o'er the precipice. I see the avalanche close o'er your head, the treacherous ice give way, and you sink down entombed alive within its hideous gulf. Ah! In 100 varying forms does death pursue the alpine huntsman on his course. That way of life can surely ne'er be blessed, where life and limb are perilled every hour. Tell. The man that bears a quick and steady eye, and trusts to God in his own lusty sinews, passes, with scarce a scar, through every danger. The mountain cannot awe the mountain child. Having finished his work, he lays aside his tools. And now, methinks, the door will hold a while. The axe at home oft saves the carpenter. Hedwig. Whither away? Takes his cap. Tell. To Altdorf, to your father. Hedwig. You have some dangerous enterprise in view? Confess. Tell. Why think you so? Hedwig. Some schemes on foot, against the governors. There was a diet held on the Rutli, that I know, and you are one of the confederacy, I'm sure. Tell. I was not there. Yet will I not hold back whene'er my country calls me to her aid. Hedwig. Wherever danger is, will you be placed? On you, as ever, will the burden fall. Tell. Each man shall have the post that fits his powers. Hedwig. You took I, mid the thickest of the storm, the man of Unterwald across the lake. 'Tis a marvel you escaped. Had you no thought of wife and children then? Tell. Dear wife, I had, and therefore saved the father for his children. Hedwig. To brave the lake in all its wrath, 'twas not to put your trust in God. 'Twas tempting him. Tell. The man that's overcautious will do little. Hedwig. Yes, you've a kind and helping hand for all, but be in straits and who will lend you aid? Tell. God grant I ne'er may stand in need of it. Takes up his crossbow and arrows. Hedwig. Why take your crossbow with you? Leave it here. Tell. I want my right hand when I want my bow. The boys return. Walter. Where, father, are you going? Tell. To Grandad, boy, to Altdorf. Will you go? Walter. I, that I will. Hedwig. The viceroy's there just now. Go not to Altdorf. Tell. He leaves today. Hedwig. Then let him first be gone, cross not his path. You know he bears us grudge. Tell. His ill will cannot greatly injure me. I do what's right, and care for no man's hate. Hedwig. 'Tis those who do what's right whom he most hates. Tell. Because he cannot reach them. Me, I ween, his knightship will be glad to leave in peace. Hedwig. Aye. Are you sure of that? Tell. Not long ago, as I was hunting through the wild ravines of Schechenthal, untrod by mortal foot, there, as I took my solitary way along a shelving ledge of rocks, where 'twas impossible to step on either side, for high above rose, like a giant wall, the precipice's side, and far below the Schiechen thundered o'er its rift bed. The boys pressed towards him, looking upon him with excited curiosity. There, face to face, I met the viceroy. He alone with me, and I myself alone, near man to man, and near us the abyss. And when his lordship had perused my face, and knew the man he had severely fined on some most trivial ground not long before, and saw me, with my sturdy bow in hand, come striding towards him, then his cheek grew pale, his knees refused their office, and I thought he would have sunk against the mountainside. Then, touched with pity for him, I advanced, respectfully, and said, "'Tis I, my lord." But ne'er a sound could he compel his lips to frame an answer. Only with his hand he beckoned me in silence to proceed. So I passed on, and sent his train to seek him. Hedwig. He trembled then before you? Woe the while you saw his weakness, that he'll not forgive. Tell. I shun him, therefore, and he'll not seek me. Hedwig. But stay away today. Go hunting rather. Tell. What do you fear? Hedwig. I am uneasy. Stay. Tell. Why thus distress yourself without a cause? Hedwig. Because there is no cause. Tell. Stay here. Tell. Dear wife, I gave my promise I would go. Hedwig. Must you, then go? But leave the boys with me. Walter. No, mother dear, I'm going with my father. Hedwig. How, Walter? Will you leave your mother then? Walter. I'll bring you pretty things from grandpapa. Exit with his father. Wilhelm. Mother, I'll stay with you. Hedwig, embracing him. Yes. Thou art my own dear child. Thou art all that's left to me. She goes to the gate of the court, and looks anxiously after Tell and her son for a considerable time.